I just saw the scariest movie I've seen this year, and it's not even a horror movie. I'm talking about The Cut. It's a sports movie. Orlando Bloom. When I saw the trailer for the first time, it's like, that's Orlando Bloom. Like, you know that when Jake Gyllenhaal he did that transformation for Southpaw boxing movie, similar to that. But boy, this movie had me. I could not. Usually when I watch a movie, I usually go a little bit fast, like the boring. It's gonna get boring. It's a slop. So I fast forward a few seconds ahead. But in this movie, I was gripped from the beginning to the end, man. So the story of the movie is very simple. He has to make the cut. What is the cut? In real life, in sports, they have to make the weight cut. Balancing, when they step on the weight, they have to make that cut. So in this movie, Orlando Bloom, he's a retired boxer, and he's given a second chance by his promoter to go for a fight, but he has to make the weight cut at 154 pounds, right? But he is currently 186, so that means he has to lose 32 pounds in a week. But it's less than a week actually, because from the time that his promoter gives him the fight till the fight itself, that's 1 week. So he has to lose the extra 32 pounds in the span of at the max 5 days. At the max 5 days. So 32 pounds in 5 days is what, like 15 kilograms in 5 days. So 15 kilos in 5 days, man. So that's the whole movie. Out of 90 minutes, so about more than 1 hour is just about him trying to lose weight. You know, he's doing his punching, he's on a treadmill, he's cycling, he's sweating all over, and they eat less and less and less. So eventually you have to, torture body. You have to torture the body just to make that cut, and it shows the dedication. Like really, in real life, when these boxers and MMA fighters, when they get on the scale, not even about even bodybuilders, when they do the cutting phase, everybody explains it as hell, but for actual MMA fighters in real life and boxers, oof, they do all these types of gimmicks just to make that weight cut, and then before the fight, you can bulk up a little bit again. So even like Wolverine, like every single shirtless scene for any Marvel movie, any other superhero movie, or even regular movie, the actors like Christian Bale, all the actors who have done these drastic transformations in their body, they like just for that one scene, right? Just for that one scene, and Hugh Jackman is like very famous for Wolverine. Well, for that particular scene, all the 17 abs has to be visible, and all his veins and everything has to be visible, super jacked up. So just for that 2 second clip, he would stop drinking water the day before, and he's just squeezing himself. And I'm talking about lots of dedication goes into this stuff. And in fighting like boxing, MMA, in real life, imagine the dedication that's required. So in this movie, I don't even know if it's possible. Like people would die. I don't think losing 15 kilograms in 4 days is even possible, but whatever. So that's the movie, and that's what makes it interesting, right? It's a cinematic experience. So yeah, I'm not gonna go through the whole story. Basically, it's that. I mean, he's all sweaty, and he's falling asleep, and just slapping him, and he's waking up, and it actually looks realistic. Again, the whole thing is not realistic. I mean, 15 kilos in 5 days. I have done my medical training, so I know that you would die. It's like just like that Batman workout routine, right? People would die, and that is impossible. Basically, it's impossible. Yeah, it is a real thing. Check it up. Batman workout routine. Check it up. that you would die. Rich Froning won't be able to do the entire Batman workout routine. So, anyways, I'm straying here. And also, yes, I will give a spoiler in the end. So he basically makes it, but how he makes it? So in the end, like he's completely exhausted. He took all the weight cutting drugs and everything. He took his blood out. Yes, the blood. He actually took out his blood. And just before the weight cut, maybe an hour before, they check his weight. It's 154.10, 0.15 or something. And so his trainer, he takes out more blood. I mean, he would die basically. Yeah, that's where the unrealistic part comes in. He would die, but it shows the dedication, right? No, I gotta make this. I need to make the cut. It's his redemption, basically. It's his redemption. That is his title fight. He cannot let this opportunity go. So in the end, he takes it's point zero 0.02. He's 154.02 pounds. Point zero 0.02 is how much? Like 9 grams, roughly 10 grams. 10 grams is how much? I guess this pen weighs more than 10 grams. I get this pen, so it's I don't know, maybe this cap, maybe this much. So he weighs just that much. He's overweight. It doesn't matter if it's 0.0001, but if it shows up in the scale, it's overweight or it's underweight. That's the only two options. It's not 154 exactly 154. You know, it's overweight or underweight. So he's overweight. 0.02, roughly 10 grams overweight. So everybody's, it's a ruckus. He's just defeated at that point, but he's still not giving up. So he walks down to that table, and this is where I'm talking about the scary part. So he goes there, he sees the lots of food, and he sees a bread cutter knife. There's lots of bread, cakes, cupcakes, all food, and there's a knife. So he grabs the knife. I mean, we all think that he's gonna cut something else, but he keeps his hand and he cuts off these two fingers. That's the scariest. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen this self-mutilation videos, man. Holy God! But that scene, and he cuts these two fingers off, and there's a little bit of blood, and his trainer, he goes like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" But he didn't. Nobody stops him. He just cuts his two fingers off, and then he says that, "Now I'm ready." And then he goes on the scale, and now he's under. That scene is a payoff, right? Not even the fight, not even the title fight. Just that scene where he cuts off his two fingers just to make the weight cut. That is the most scariest scene I've seen. And here's where the unrealistic part comes in. Like, why would you go into a boxing fight? Why would you cut your fingers? You're gonna cut off your toes. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut off your toes, shave your hair or something. Yeah, even hair has a little bit of weight. That's beside the point. But yeah, that stuck with me. That this is definitely one of those movies where you will just look at the screen and goes, whoa, like one of those Christopher Nolan movies where you just you glued to the screen. Oh wow, oh Batman, the giant black hole. But this is quite grounded, real life based. How many of you have done? Forget a cut. How many of you have done a running marathon? Like I did a few months back, and just to run 1 hour, my knees started to give up, and I haven't even hit 30 yet. So the amount of pressure and the amount of torture the body can take and the body can handle. I mean, of course, yeah, we need to keep pushing, like Navy SEALs training, right? Even the Indian para-SF forces training. Have you seen that video, that documentary? Quite something like that. But over the course of 4 days, that was bad. So it was a very, very interesting story. And yeah, that's the spoiler. In the end, yes, he wins. He gets the title fight, he wins. And on the process, right, he starts losing his mind. He thinks of his mom. So childhood trauma, his mom, he got killed. And then so he survived and he fled to Ireland. So yeah, he's from Ireland. I don't know if Orlando Bloom is from Ireland in real life. I don't know that, but yeah. So the overall story. So why was it scary, right? I saw the First Omen. That was good, and Weapons and Together. Like these are horror movies, but they didn't do much. But when I saw the cut, like I could feel it. I've done my CrossFit training and everything, right? So like I know every single push-up. Let's say you want to do a PR, like personal record. So if you have done 50 push-ups and you're going for a personal record, you keep going push-up at 50, 51, 52. Like your body screams, just stop! I cannot take it anymore. But you have to keep pushing, and yeah, that was the scary part. Because ask anybody who has done a cut, an athlete. Like that is the closest experience to death you can come to. Like really, like you just feel like I don't want to do this anymore. It's not worth it. But you have to still keep pushing. My own friend, like when he fought in the Aturto, I talked to him about. You can watch my previous podcast with him. So he says that, why am I doing this? Like the brain, the mind, like if the mind gives up, the body is no more. So wait, you have to keep pushing. Like, but so that was the scariest thing I've seen. Like, whoa, man. And yeah, Orlando Bloom in real life. I mean, he trained over the course of months, not in the 5 days in the movies. But yeah, the dedication, like really, wow. Orlando Bloom, man, wow. Definitely the drastic transformation, like Jake Gyllenhaal when we first saw him in Southpaw, there was something like that. Yeah, overall, even that actor, his trainer, I forgot his name, but he was that actor in Transformers. That's the most famous role that I remember him from. And he's not even like that yelling coach, yelling archetype coach. Who that Full Metal Jacket, even like Full Metal Jacket, complete surgery gunnery. What was his name? I forgot. I'm so sorry. But his name, yelling all the time. He's not even yelling. Like, do you want this? Do you want this? There's no ripcord. Like he actually talks like this, like, and still he's pushing. Like that was, yeah, that reminded me of my training days. Like, oh my god, it's hard, man. That's just hard. So yeah, good movie. Watch it. It's a sports movie. The ending scene, I've given you the spoilers, but if you can watch through that without being uneasy, then wow, great job. So yeah, Orlando Bloom, man, hey, respect. Wow, such a drastic weight cut. So I look forward to what Orlando Bloom does in the future. With his nowadays he's already jacked like me. So I would love to see him in more sports-related movies. Now he has done boxing, right? Go to something else. Maybe he's a ex super special forces agent going just like Jason Statham, right? Jason Statham, he's still doing that thing. So yeah, Orlando Bloom, I think is a good comeback, and would love to see him more. Yeah, I mean that's it. That's my thought on the movie. Go watch it. Bye bye.